Hey there, it's Jeff Salzenstein, and in today's video, we're gonna help you improve your tennis game, and we're not really gonna give a tip on technique or footwork. What we wanna talk about today is the green dot ball, and I'm actually a big proponent of the green dot ball. Now, I don't agree with all the things going on with Quickstart tennis out there and some of the mandates to have 10 and unders play on short courts, because I think there's a lot of advanced players, even at the age of 9 and 10, that can play on bigger courts. But I do believe the green dot ball can really help you with your tennis. And I'd actually love to strike a movement for adult players to play with green dot balls or even the orange balls when they're learning how to play, because this regular tennis ball flies around too much. The ball is very difficult to control if you're learning the sport of tennis. And this is one of my tennis tips for you today, because if you can invest in some green dot balls and practice with it, you can really improve your consistency. That's your consistency and your ball control. Those are the things that we really want to go through. So in this video right now, we're going to have Max at the back basically just hit ground strokes, and I'm going to move him around, and he's going to have to work on getting his feet in position and being able to be consistent and make a lot of tennis balls. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So you can do this with two people at the baseline, but I wanted to see if Max could just work on his consistency with this ball. The ball is going to fly around with a regular tennis ball. So I want to make sure that he's working on feeling that ball and getting good, clean contact. If he mishits the ball a little bit, it's going to go in the net. So it's important for him to clean up contact when he's hitting with these green dot balls. I might even remind him to split step a little bit. He's doing a great job here. So again, if you're just learning to play the game, you're really going to have to be a little more precise by hitting the ball in the center of the strings with these green dot balls. But the bonus is that the ball's not going to fly off your racket and you can have longer rallies. So that's really what I want to impress upon you today, is that you can work on practicing with a green dot ball on a full court, whether you're in baseline rallies, whether you're at the net, and you're really going to learn where you need to make contact on the strings. And I've got a lot of coaches out there that are using it even with adult players with tremendous success. So I want to really share that with you today, and go ahead and get those green dot balls, and we'll watch you improve. All right, now it's important for you to see me hitting the ball using the green dot balls. And the big thing again is that with a regular tennis ball, if you're learning to play the game or if you're inconsistent, the ball is going to be flying everywhere. And the ball oftentimes is going to get too high on you, especially junior tennis players. But even adult players struggle with the high ball. Also, the ball's moving faster, so it's hard to control. So one way to control your environment and improve as a tennis player is to use the green dot ball. Everything's going to be in your strike zone. So you're not going to have to worry about the ball being too high, or sometimes it does get too low because it doesn't bounce as high, but you don't have to worry about the ball getting too high. One of the benefits also of dealing with the using the green dot balls is if the ball does bounce low, it's going to force you to move your feet up to the ball. So I'm going to go ahead and hit with the green dot, and you'll notice there's a different sound, but you'll also notice how much I can accelerate my hand. You can see I can just let my hand, you see how relaxed my arm is. If my arm is not relaxed, I'm not going to be able to create the power with the green dot. I'm going to learn that if I'm squeezing too tight, that the ball's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to dump down into the net. So if I'm stiff, it's just going to go down into the net. So you really have to be relaxed and have a loose, live arm when you're using the green dot ball. It's not as forgiving. It's not going to give you, it will give you that feedback that if you're tight, the ball won't go anywhere. The other thing it's going to force you to do is, instead of coming up, if I do that, if I turn too fast, the ball's going to go in the middle of the net. So it's going to force you to extend out to your target. And you have to really exaggerate lifting with your hand. I'm a big proponent of that high finish on the forehand or even the backhand. So when I swing, you can see that I really extend out first before I wrap. Okay, I'm always going to extend out with the green dot because I want depth. So I'm going to hit a couple balls now. I'm not going to say anything, and that way we can slow it down for you a little bit so you can see the extension using the green dot ball. So you can see that if I'm swinging and I'm extending and finishing high with a relaxed live arm, I'm going to get that extension, I'm going to get that clean hit on the ball, and I'm going to get more depth. I'll also be able to establish racket head speed that I might not be able to create with a regular tennis ball. So I'm really going to encourage you to get a green dot ball, to practice with it, improve your consistency, and another side benefit is you're going to get in better shape because the rallies are going to be longer. You're going to have more fun playing tennis if you practice with the green dot ball and you get used to it, because you're going to have to learn skills that the pros are using on the tour, and it's going to elevate your game.